Okay everyone, I just wanted to give you a little heads up on the spreadsheet that I sent you. It's not very user friendly, so I'd like to just go through a few things so that you know how to use it, and it'll save a lot of time and frustration. So when you receive the email, just let's get the spreadsheet attachment out and drop it onto the desktop, and once it's on the desktop then we should be able to open it up. So let's open it up, and after an hour and a half it opens. Sorry about that, slow computer. Now once it opens, there's pretty much 3 or 4 things I'd like to show you. There's a reset, big reset button over here, very large. Let me just make this a little bit bigger, and okay, and then there's another little reset button here and a run button over here as well. Now each one of these grids represents each team, and this whole spreadsheet represents a competition example at the top written there, like under 11Bs for example. Now we've got some data in here, and when you click on the reset, it resets that particular team. If I click on this reset, it'll reset this particular team here, but everything else doesn't interfere. But if you click on this reset, it'll give you a warning, do you want to reset everything, and then it'll reset the whole lot. Everything's now back to reset, and there's no information in here at all. Now the blue run button is important because after you enter the data, you click the run button, and that's when you get the results. So let's do some examples for team 1. We've collected our data, and for team 1 the umpire he has said that it was a good experience for him. The self-assessment of your own team, well, we also said it was a good experience, and the opposition, for example, said that it was not a good experience. Let's say they said that it was a bad experience. Now once we enter our data, nothing shows up, so we need to click on the run button, and the run button says the umpire gave us 7. You get 7 points from the umpire for a good. Our self-assessment was also 7 points. The opposition rated us only 2 points, and you'll notice over here that there's a red square in here which lets us know that the opposition rated at least 5 points or more away from what the umpire did, so therefore that red indicates that this team 1 will receive the umpire's score, so they should get 3 goods, which is a total of 21 points. Now the following week, for example, the umpire says good again. Self-assessment, let's say, says excellent, and the opposition say satisfactory. We run that again, and notice this time that because it's back-to-back goods from the umpires, 7 becomes 8. So you get the extra point. The self-assessment is 9, which is close enough to the umpire, so it doesn't give you a red. Sorry, my phone here. So I'll pause the video. No, sorry about that, everyone. Just got off the phone. So back to what we were doing. So as you can see, the 8 was there because it was back-to-back goods. The excellent gives you a 9, and the opposition gave you satisfactory. So there is no poor area in here for a total of 22 points. Let's just go through it again for round 3. So let's say the umpire, not happy this week, gives a poor. Self-assessment, we still want to give ourselves an excellent, and then the opposition also gives a poor. So when we run round 3, we see that there's a red mark now in the difference. The differences are here. These 2 columns show the differences between what the umpire says and what the team says. So as you can see, it's a 6-point gap between we said we were very good, the umpire said we were poor. So when that happens, the penalty for being more than 5 points away from the umpire on your self-assessment is an egg, a 0. So you don't get nothing. So the total for this particular one is 4 from the umpire. Your self-assessment is ignored and becomes a 0, and 4 from the opposition, so a total of 8. So it's important that you don't over self-assess yourself, else you'll end up with a 0. Now let's just put some data into team 2, and I'll just click on any data into team 2. Doesn't really matter what I put in here. Alright, and we'll run that. And what I wanted to show you was that down the bottom here on sheet number 2 is the running tally of all of the teams. Now we've only put data into team 1 and team 2 at the moment, so we've only got a very small amount of information, but you can see it says the team 1's played 3 games, team 2 1 game. Team 1 has got a maximum of 87 points, which is 58% of the maximum, so that's satisfactory. You're above the 50. Shows over here what you get off the maximum. Now the maximum being, let's go back and have a look at what the maximum can be. So we'll go down to team 3 and let's put excellent in for everything, and they should end up with 3 9s. So let's run this, and 3 9s, and if they follow up the next week with 3 more excellence, you'll find that they'll get 3 10s because it's back to back, and there's your 3 10s totaling 30. If we go back to sheet 2 now, we can see that team 3, and I'll just move this over just a fraction because it doesn't show, has scored the maximum and of 57 points, and that's above the 85%, so that's the excellent. So this will just be on. This is just an ongoing running sheet. It just continually keeps the memory of everything that's been entered. Back to sheet 1 again. So we've just put a little bit of data in for these. The real reason for this little tutorial here is because when you put your information in, if you don't click on the blue run button, you're not going to get any results. So make sure you click on the run. The reset just resets that grid. The reset all just gives you a warning. You're okay because you want to reset the competition back to 0. So that's it, guys. Hope that saves a little bit of time with you playing around with it. So thank you very much for listening. Bye for now.